meeting that I had on Sunday.
My name is Rushton Paray, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Now, many of you may not like our style as to how we deal with things, but trust me, in every instance, we are left without a choice. And today, you know, when we went and we speak to members of the board in CPEP, we would have indicated that to them. We are not the protagonists here. What we speak about is issues that was directed to us, and what we are doing is acting on the behalf of you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So I ain't come here no, I ain't come here to blow my own horn. What this is here is a platform in which you could come and talk about things that is affecting you. And many of you do not have the resources and do not know it all in how to deal with it. So many of you end up on our doorstep because what we are doing here is being our brother's keeper. Something that no unions in doing thus far. Something that no unions in doing. There are many people that was with us in the beginning and they leave because they see, hear what they're saying, we should call for money when that is important. Your issues is more important than that. Now if many of you seeing what we are doing, and when we would call for the compensation, and we ain't give that is our business. But we have to do what need to be done. We are here as a voice that is crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for the new leader to emerge. That is what we are doing here. I'm not so arrogant to feel that I is the one. Nah, I ain't that arrogant. But one thing I am sure is that the next leader of Trinidad and Tobago will emerge from this group. The next leader is going to come from this. I'm telling you that. And even self, he would have heard a message that would have stemmed from this platform as saying he, but it could be a she. So we go in here right into it. Today we have an interview with Rushton Paray in which we would have talked about the issues in which people from the Guayaguayare area would have reached out to us concerning the oil spill that would have been affecting them on the date of February the 11th when they said they clean up the area. Yes, we are going to get to the bottom of that today. We're going to leave the CPEP issue for tomorrow. Yeah, they can't stop us. We are going to come with it. That is what's going on here. So without further ado, I am going to go on the lines and I'm going to get into contact with the security extraordinaire, Mr. Alan Sampson, and Rushton Paray, who would have said he would have been fighting for the people of his area. Again, this here is not a political thing. We will challenge any political party on the information that they are giving towards the public. So don't feel that, hey, you could be with friend and you get away. We are going to challenge that. So without further ado, we are going to take a short break and we are going to come back here with the issues that is affecting you. Feel free to reach out to us. My name is Rushton Paray. This is the Workers' Rights Platform, and we are going to go here just after the break to come back with the story of the oil spill.
Honorable MC,
Yes, sir.
you're going live now, right? So, the moderator on the line that will talk to you, right?
Right.
Rushton Paray, no Rushton, Rushton Paray.
Mr. Rushton Paray, my name is Renison Jeffrey. You know we're here to talk about we tried to get here early today, but it's better late than never. Concerning
Right,
the...
not a problem. It is office day as well now, so I've been pretty busy myself as well.
Alright, well this thing here is based on the oil spill that would have taken place on February the 11th.
Right.
And I know you would have made a lot of suggestions concerning like the hydrocarbonate and the concentration at the hydrocarbonate in the area. People would have said they would have been smelling that, and the H2S. How far along Paria would have reached concerning that?
Okay, so I am given an update in writing every 48 hours, right? The last update that I had on Sunday, various matters that I would have raised when I had the meeting down there, they have been addressing it. Now, I cannot certify or verify whatever they are telling me. I can only go with the report that they are giving to me. So, number one, the first issue concerning the air quality, they've advised that there's an independent contractor, some road specialists, and their own team from Heritage are doing the air quality monitoring, and it is at normal levels. Outside of that, none of the folks in the community who would have been liaising with me when the matter had first arrived, none of them have reached out with any further complaints on the air quality. So as far as Paria and the Heritage and the specialist is advising me is that the air quality is within the acceptable ranges at this time. So that's regard to the air quality. We had asked for the EMA or the IMA to take a look at there was a little spill that ended up in the water causeway that is in Lizard River that comes out by the seawall. I had asked for a report on that matter. They said that the testing was done and there was no pollutant inside of the river. The bit that was inside it, the pontoons had cleaned it up, so the river is not being affected. They say that they are consistently monitoring the wildlife, and in terms of what they're monitoring and who is monitoring, I have no other information on that. With regards to employment, in terms of getting access to employment for people in the area, there were two issues that were raised. One, that there was still a huge amount of vacancy, and that would have been about 2 weeks ago when we had the meeting, and that the folks that they were hiring, they won't be given adequate PPE. As of the report on Sunday, they moved from 54 to 79 people, both men and women, who is on the cleanup exercise, and they have confirmed with me that each person now has access to the white coveralls, their PPE, their face mask, gloves, and so on. So
in terms of what the PPE is, they give them PPE right about now.
Yes, that is as of Sunday, the report that I have gotten on Sunday. With regards to medical support, so on the day of the meeting with the community, they had placed an ambulance and 2 medics. I had asked that for some further support to be given. One, that I wanted to see a full-time round-the-clock doctor service at the health center, and we had reached out to the ERHA, the head of the ERHA, to ask if they could have made the Guayaguayare Health Center a mini type A&E where you would have had round-the-clock medical service, the services of a doctor on the rotation. And from the report on Sunday, they said while they did not get a doctor from the ERHA, they put a contract doctor on call to to work with the 24-hour medic and the ambulance service in the event anybody within the community has any type of issues based on the oil spill. What they said, because the air quality is within normal range, they expect more issues around dust and little respiratory issues because of the dust that is kicking up as the heavy equipment is moving. That is what they are looking at. So they have dealt with the medical issues on that side. Outside of that, after my conversations with the 2 or 3 persons who would have raised those matters with me on the day of that meeting, as of today, none of them have reached out to me or my office with any additional complaints or any additional issues. I think there was one more with regards to water because of the dust content. People would have had barrels and so on who may not have a good functioning water supply. The village council is being given 50 cases of water every day to be distributed amongst the families within the area where the activity is happening, where the heavy equipment is passing to get up to the side. Information that is not given to me, and it's something that I keep asking for. I've asked from day one, could you quantify how many barrels of oil were spilled? Heritage has not given me any information on that. The reason why I wanted that information, I wanted to ascertain how long this cleanup is going to take.
Okay.
If it's 10 barrel of oil, it will take 2 days. If it's 100, it will take 2 weeks. If it's 1,000, it might take a month.
Because I would have heard you indicated, Mr. Rushton, I would have heard you indicated that the actual site where the oil spill would have taken place is that it do not have any access road to go to the spill. So what is the latest development to that?
Right now. Oh, well, that is what they are building right now. That is why the heavy equipment activity in Ferrier Circular, they have to cut a roadway to get up with the equipment to get up to the side there.
Okay. What about, I mean, everybody tolerance level towards the chemical, although it might be in acceptable parameters in concordance to take everybody level of acceptability towards the tolerance level. How that is being treated with them concerning that, because they may have plenty issues that it's smelling. Some of them would have said they get nauseated and you know the conditions with it.
Yes. So that was the case 2 weeks ago when I convened the meeting on the site with the residents, with the village council. As of today, I have had no further reports on those issues coming out of the community. Now, if there are, it may be being addressed by the medics on the site, but the very same folks who would have raised the matter with me 2 weeks ago, they have not reached out to me saying, well, MP, the matter is still there, the problem is still there, nothing is being done. I have received no further information from them as of today. So one can only assume that matter is no longer an issue, and other things may be taking precedence right now. But nobody, as I say, the same folks who would have reached out to me 2 weeks ago, they have not reached out back to me since concerning any matter of the smell and that the kindergarten had to close down and so on. That has not been reported back to me since then.
Okay. Alright, so since we're on this matter, now we would have taken an extensive journey to Rio Claro, because we operate centrally from the Point 14 area, and many parts of Rio Claro, there are citizens that is saying that they never had water since God know himself. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be catch you by surprise, but where is your input in that situation? Because I know that the administration, the UNC administration, would have been only in power, about on 2 occasions. In terms of governance and where that is concerned, do you find that the people, when in your area, underneath your constituency, would have been treated fairly, or would have been given that preeminence in terms of alleviation this basic need?
Well, I can tell you 2 things. Water is a universal item. People should have to be begging for water, right? That's the first thing. There are several communities that have no pipe-on water, which depends on the Rio Claro Regional Corporation for truck-bound services. That is a problem by itself, because when WASA has had the most wicked schedule for the last 6 years since I've been MP, WASA is after bad road in this constituency, my friend, water is available. Right now, I have 16 communities without water today. 16.
16
I'm
communities.
on the phone with the CEO, 16 communities out of 28
Wow.
have no water today. And many of these communities have had water for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. But you know what is even more worrying? When I have constituents who are willing to accept 1 day of water in 14 days, that is how bad we've got. I'm on the phone every day with the CEO of WASA, the chairman of WASA. And now they have some medium-term to long-term plans there. And my question is, I could understand you want to drill more well, you want to put on a desal plant in Mayaro to give Mayaro more water, you want to bring a new 16-inch line from Navit to Rio Claro, so Rio Claro. But what do we do in the meantime? I am telling them we need to get more trucks, a truck-borne service into these communities, because when WASA had no water on the line, they depend on the corporation has 2 trucks. How much water service can the corporation give if they have to serve both the clients who don't have pipe-borne water and you have to serve clients who are WASA customers and they can't get water on the line? So water is a real big issue for us here in Mayaro. I've raised it in the parliament. I've had matters on the adjournment. They have a plan, as I say, they give me a technical design with 5-10 things they're going to do, but it is in the medium to long term. They are not addressing the short-term needs of the people here. And that is my sticking point. I've demanded from WASA that before this month is over, I stop making excuse for WASA. I said that is not my job to make excuse for you. You all need to come to Mayaro and Rio Claro, have a town hall meeting, and all you tell the people in Mayaro why we not getting water, why we have to wait 14 days and 21 days water. All you explain and take all your cost on yourself. Because I have to go and explain to people WASA. I said, no, me taking no cost for WASA again. Come all yourself and tell the people what are you doing about it. So I'm hoping before the month is over, we will have a town hall meeting either in Rio Claro or Mayaro, and I will ask heads of organizations, people come out and all you deal with WASA, let them know how you feel at the end of the day, because it's bad. Schools had to close down. Sometimes the hospital had to call me and say, we'll give you some water. The police station.
The hospital too, you say, you know.
Taking for water.
The hospital too, you know. And
I'm telling you,
Mr. Rushton Paray, hear this now. In terms of the population density within that area, what are we looking at? So, 2 trucks to service.
Mayaro as a constituency has around 41,000 people.
Wow.
Right?
And only 2 trucks?
41,000. But what happened? Remember, it's a huge geography. It's about 302 square miles. So, you have linear communities. So, you don't have an issue in terms of, like on the East-West corridor, you have packed communities. We don't have the issue of packed communities. Right? So you have a large layout, and that is sometimes where the problem is. So WASA had to put water in a little community with 15 houses on the road, but the houses so far apart. WASA go say, boy, to spend $1 million to serve 15 houses in this street, I can take that $1 million and serve 40 houses in the next street. You follow how the economics work at times, and that is our biggest challenge because of how the layouts are linear. In whether you're on side street or on the main road, T&Tech does give you the same problem. WASA gives you. When you watch the distance that I run to serve 8 houses, that money is better to put it somewhere and serve 20 houses with the same amount of money. When I talk to them, I say, listen, water is a universal requirement. You can't tell man, no matter what water costs, you have to put water for people.
Because
those are the kind of fundamental issues we have to address.
Because the people in Union Road especially crying out, they say, oh gosh, boy.
Yeah.
We not, and look at that, I even said no, it had a pitch lake in that area, because they would have said, boy, it had pitch lake there, and the main source of income is in terms of agriculture. And the road to even said access with the gardening producers is the same thing.
I have taken, in the last 6 years, I have had engineers from the Ministry of Agriculture come and measure full tape 50-60 times on the same road. Every time they say, well, they're putting it on the program, all my farmers are them to get the roads in them here. But you know what is surprising? Every year, and I have nothing against Tobago, my friend, every year $50 million for agricultural access to Tobago, 20 million, 30 million, and I want to know how much agriculture Tobago have. And in 6 years, I can get 1 agricultural access road fixed in Mayaro, Rio Claro.
Wow.
Those are the things where I cannot explain explanation for, and I will raise these matters in Parliament with the Minister.
And what is more important, and what the people does want to hear, so you have been making advocacy in terms of getting these matters heard within the Parliament.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, anybody who say that I don't make representation for issues in my either under a rock or they're just not willing to listen. Right? I raised matters for Mayaro. Just the other day I had a motion on the adjournment about roads. I offered alternatives to the minister to deal with some of these issues. I would raise matters. Look, right now I have 2 motions on the adjournment with one to deal with noise pollution. I have visitors who come to Mayaro in beach houses, and they will call the level like, Barry, boy, what could do to help me? Well, the neighbor them playing music till 4 o'clock in the morning. I come to rest and sleep. People with bars, you're going till 4 in the morning. People have COVID, old people have COVID. But you had 2 bucks outside making noise till 4 o'clock in the morning. Have a little heart too, man.
Yeah.
So these matters, and I raise these matters every time. That is the forum I'm in. As an opposition MP, my friend, I have no money to spend. We don't get money to spend to fix nothing. What are my tools in trade? Voice. Talk. I could go in the Parliament, I could talk on radio, I could write letters to the editors. You understand? But I can't instruct Rohan to fix my road. I could beg. Look, right now, they award about 9 contracts to fix parts of the Mayor Road. But you know what's happening? Because it's small money, the contractors going outside where they have bigger contract and they're neglecting what the little pieces of work behind to fix in Mayaro. Mayaro have 140 people short in the Ministry of Work.
Wow.
Since December last year, they get approval to hire. Up to now, they can hire 1 man.
140 people.
Drainage gang, we supposed to have 9 drain gang. We have 1. You understand? So how we clean and drain when flood time come? Everybody has flood. Cost the MP, cost the councillor. Right? But if the state ain't hiring the people to do the job, we're going to fix it.
But you have been making that advocacy. You have been, because you see, some of the people doesn't hear according to you. Sometimes they're underneath a rock, and the point I'm trying to needle in is that you have been making the advocacy, and in terms of the cooperation with the minister Rohan Sinanan, because we know he from that area, we know he have a nice beach house in the area. You understand? Remember,
he's in a different area. That is up on Manzilla side. That's
Manzilla.
Toko Sandy Grandi. We are on the Mayaro Corporation here.
Alright. But no cooperation from him in terms of because there was a massive extensive road building exercise throughout Trinidad and Tobago. How that would have benefited you all?
One thing to say, listen, besides that piece of stupid road they built for we in the coconut day that already the surface eat away 80% is gone. We ain't get no set of road repairs up here. The Kunapo Southern Main Road about 60% bad. The Mayaro Guayaguayare Road 90% bad. Right? Rio Claro to Mayaro probably about 70%. The only piece of road we got some work done on was from Princestown to Rio Claro. They patched it. When they're giving out contracts, they give it like in 1 kilometer pieces. Right? So we'd have had 1 or 2 pieces from Princestown to Rio Claro. But outside of that, I mean, and my problem is that 60% of the revenue from this country comes from BP. Right? The wealth of this country coming from Mayaro, but yet you're treating Mayaro and Guayaguayare people, Rio Claro, like second-class citizens.
Wow.
And that is the problem. And let me tell you, I mean, all you have to do, my friend, you just have to go back on the Parliament channel, pull back hands, right? Even you just have to do a search on Google. How many times is it up on the media concerning road, water? But right now, I'm trying to deal with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bring back the body of the fisherman. Kim Shan, who's still in Venezuela. Every morning at 6 o'clock, I'm on the phone with the ambassador in Caracas, because that's the early morning at the Kachi. What's the key back? The body is waiting. Post that on our side, ready to go to bring the body, but the Ministry of Defense in Venezuela is signed off on the paper yet. And every day the family call it. Now people going on Facebook, they say, well, the minister is doing nothing, the MPA doing nothing, but I can report people's personal business every day on Facebook to the community. I can't do that. But I liaise with the family every day, every other day. Look, this is what's happening. I will call the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I'll speak to Minister Brown. I mean, I and the minister have direct contact on this matter. And in fairness to the minister has been extremely responsive every matter that has been raised. The minister has been very responsive. But I mean, it's the family, and you know, everybody a little antsy on the matter. They want the body back home. I mean, you can't do it too fast, you know, you want it done now. But then, if you feel we slow down here, Venezuela looks like they're worse than we, right? So the point I want to get at, my friend, is that there is no issue that affects the people of Mayaro, that one, that I'm not aware of, and two, that I don't address. Now, I can't go to Parliament and talk about a drain in front John Smith House. But what I could do in the Parliament, I could talk about drainage in an area.
Okay.
The local government council is the one will do the fine details. John, Harry, Fred, right? But remember, my audience is the Parliament. I will talk about drainage in the constituency, the clearing of rivers to flood avoidance. Those matters I can raise in the Parliament at a ministerial level. But I can't go and say, well, Fred House want a drain and a culprit. You have local government that has to deal with that. And they sit in a council that is disconnected from me. I have no say in the council. I'm not invited as an MP to council meetings and so on. Which is how the system works. MPs don't get involved in the local government council and give instructions at the end of the day. So, unfortunately, as MPs, we are accountable. But we ain't have a say, and we ain't getting $1 to do that. But we getting the cost rate. And that's the reality of the matter. If you give me the accountability, well, give me the power, give me the instructive power, and give me the money to do it. I just tell people in Mary, if they give me the money to fix road, I fix all.
Alright.
But MP's office, he don't get a cent. We don't get $1 in the MP office to buy a pig for a hamper, you know. Not $1 comes to the MP to buy a hamper for anybody. Anything you see come out of the MP's office, it come from the MP pocket, you know.
Wow.
They don't give us any money. None.
So how you have been managing? I don't want to keep you on now because I know I keep you a little while.
No.
How you managing with this?
The question, I'm glad you're asking the question because it's important that people hear these things. You know, it's important that they hear it. That these are the challenges that we face. Every young lady who happens to end up with a child and the father not around, they end up in the MP's office. You understand? And we have to find way to help. I don't chase anybody, I don't run away. And nobody can say never come by me. I mean, Alan, who is sitting on the other end of the phone, Alan knows me well. We go way back. You know, they know how we operate here. We try to reach out to as much people as we can. But that's how it is. And as I said, you can't please everybody in this line I work by, but I do the best that I can for the most amount of people as I can, as often as I can. And that's the best I can do at the end of the day.
Well, Mr. Paray, I don't know what you want to say in closing. Because, you know, according to you, this might be a different platform, might reach a different set of people. But what you want to say in closing, because I know he is a member of the UNC, and leave a statement.
All I want to tell people is that we have gone from bad to worse. I can't say that, especially when dealing with Mayaro. I think Mayaro as a constituency has been neglected for way beyond the PNM and the UNC. I don't think any administration has ever seen Mayaro as a developmental pole to grow it, right? All I can hope for is that at the next election, whether it is called next week, next month, or in 2025, people need to wake up and see that, listen, you see this dating of using race and so on in a vote, we have bigger issues. If we can't tell young people in this country that we as a UNC, we can get you a sustainable job, that you can buy a house, you can raise a family, I don't think we're going to convince anybody of anything. We have to have a very good message that to tell people there's hope in this country, but the PNM is not the way. And we have to get this place going because we're collapsing on a day-to-day basis. Every day another collapse is happening in this country, and the PNM just doesn't care. You understand? And we need to stop that. The country is hemorrhaging. We have no source of new foreign direct income. Right? Businesses can't get money to buy. So look what's going to happen with the TNT grade. Which business is going to have sub 150% in TNT grade? None. That is going to pass on to you, the consumer. And I like to use the example of a chubby. When SM Jalil make that chubby, he had to put that 150% at the factory. When he put it in the warehouse, he had to put 150% electricity in the warehouse. When Passat buy it and put it in his warehouse, there's another 50%. When it come in the supermarket, it's a 50%. When it reach in your house, you know what you're talking about? Because my cost about $6. That's the reality, and we had to stop that. I mean, RIC by me on Saturday. I'm calling the people at Mayaro, come out of the Mayaro Civic Center and let the RIC hear from you that this is unacceptable. I ain't saying I think you need a raise, but not that level of raise, man. We can't. Put it over a 5 or 10 year period while you want to increase your rate and let we get solar and wind and thing into the home. So by the time the rate maxes out in 5 years, at least we have an alternative. You understand? So we had to get this going. So I'm making a clarion call to the citizens in Mayaro. Come out next week Saturday at the Mayaro Civic Center. The RIC will be there to hear your concerns concerning the electricity rate increase that is coming. So that is about it, sir. And I mean, feel free to liaise with me. I think you guys have me on email, and I think Alan has my number now. If there's any other matters or you want to discuss or get any information on consumer, feel free to buzz me, and we'll take it from there.
Well, thank you very much, Rushton Paray.
I would like to thank you for taking this opportunity out of your busy schedule on this interview, and I would like you to continue to represent the people on Mayaro Guayaguayare constituency to the best of your ability and knowledge.
I will continue to do my best, sir, and thank you very much for the opportunity to chat with you guys. Take care.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, Samson, what you have to say concerning this? Because a lot of people just jump on the take and say, well, here what's going on. You know, people like to run them out on people. But in concordance with this man, Rushton Paray now say, in terms of how he representing the people in that area and not getting the relative fundings from the government, what is your take on this?
Well, I agree in principle in what he says, because at the end of the day, the government, because it is a UNC run constituency, the government is trying to stifle the people. And once you're the PNM, you get work. And if you are not a PNM, they don't really care about you at this point in time, because of certain areas are really neglected because of they vote UNC and they vote PNM. So they are more working on a race ticket.
On a race ticket.
Yeah, I don't know, of saying that, because it is what it is. He doesn't really represent people in Parliament. Before it was a PNM run constituency, but it was considered a marginal, but it is no longer marginal. Right? So we should have more talk with him in terms of reaching out to him, letting people reach out to him in terms of getting what they want done. Right? And this is what we are here for, in terms of allocating the people to reach out to the member of parliament.
Right. Well, you see the RIC coming in that area on Saturday.
Not this Saturday.
Not this Saturday. Not this Saturday.
You know what he said next week?
Yes, next week he said.
Right. So hopefully we're supposed to be, we should do that. Anyway, I'll check the calendar.
Well, check the calendar, because I want to look to wrap up this. Make a closing comment, because we don't want to keep too much of the people kind of a certain way. Make a closing comment, because Samson, I know this in your blood. I was always tell you, I say, Samson, I say, boy, I know you can't keep up with this, you know. You understand? But the people at Trinidad and Tobago, I'm telling you, is depending on people like you.
Right? I would like to say that if people want to show interest within their staff, and within their community, and stop depending on a handout in order to get things done. There are the MPs, councillors, and so forth. They need to go to their councillors and MPs and find out what is the position, what they are doing for the people or for the community at large in terms of road repairs, schools, community centers, etc. Pipeline water and so forth. People must get the opportunity and look at that.
Samson, I hope you call the people and them in North Manzalina, you know, because the people of the, we have a mandate, you know. We talk to them.
North Manzalina, tell them that we will be back on the 1st. I am left to send the letter to the Ministry of Education indicating the dissatisfaction of the people of North Manzalina, the closure of the North Manzalina primary school and the preschool at this present time, where the building is standing, both buildings are standing at this present time, and the primary school are being manned by a security officer. So I am of the opinion, who is paying that security to man the school, whereby that money could be channeled into repairing of the schools. And also, it is very wicked and oppressive for the government to close this, to close this school and allow the children to travel from North Manzalina to go to Naripa primary government where there is no buses available for the school children, and there are no taxis that is working in the area at this point in time to take the children to and from school, where the children are exposed to a lot of criminal activities at this present time, and the government is saying that the children are the future of the nation. Why we are treating the future of the nation like this?
Right. Wow. Why we treating the children like this? And they saying the children, because Eric William would have said something, he would have said the future of the country is in the children book bag. And why he is treated like this? Well, Samson, thanks again.
I would like to take this opportunity to tell everyone to subscribe to the 868 Workers' Rights channel at this point in time, because we are educating the public and the workers of their rights where employees and employers are concerned at this present time.
Samson, you ain't telling them join the Workers' Rights Union too, man. Samson, join the Workers' Rights Union. Tell them, we going on a massive cross-country.
On the first, not the first, we will be on the mountain on the 10th, right? To be getting membership towards the Workers' Rights Union, and you all can join the Workers' Rights Union. It's $50 for membership and $50 monthly dues. We are asking each and every one of you to come on board and be properly well represented.
Well, right. Well, Samson, well, thanks. You know we will get in contact, we will keep in touch.
My number is 373-528-331-2176.
Right. Well, we go put up down the screen. Well, thanks, Samson.
Okay.
Well. Well, people, or you see what going on, or you hear what going on, or you see what going on in our area, or you hear the MP would have made representation concerning this. And what we continue doing here, this workers' rights thing here, what you feeling is just a thing. This is a movement. This is not no party oriented, because we afraid if the UNC do stupidness, we attack them too. They could call we a protagonist. If the PNM do stupidness, we attack them too. And if anybody fall underneath that precedence, trust me, we will attack them too, because here what I'm telling you, it's far too long that you, the people, didn't get proper representation, and we urge all of you, be a part of this workers' rights movement. This thing here is not about me, it's not about Samson, it's not about Marcia, it's not about Stanislaus, it's not about Terry Shade, it's not about all these people and them that working behind the scene. Because right now, what you know, I have a director right here in the station right here. We practicing. You understand? And we going forward with this thing here ever so often. Just now I hope that you might be controlling the program director. Don't worry yourself. Just now you're behind the scene. It's not just about me. It's about all of us. So we urge you, join the movement, join the union. Let us change Trinidad and Tobago and shape it in a way that can help each and every citizen. That's what this thing is about. So we will continue all the time to bring you all information concerning the facts from on the ground. So tune in, subscribe to the channel. My name is Renison Jeffrey, and right now, tomorrow we will talk about the thing with CPET. We went in CPET office today, but we gotta wait till tomorrow to hear that. We will bring that to you tomorrow. I know you're waiting for that, but tomorrow you will get tuned into the channel. Right now, people, well out. Director, press the thing now, man. Don't think. Stop the thing now, man.